Dave, you want to raise your hand? Dave Rice. Dave Rice lived in Greeley, California at the time, in 1969, and he came down to Elk Grove working the bakery this summer. And they decided that they would help my dad out by repairing or replacing.
The health department said he had to put a power ventilator
In
in
the
the
donut fryer.
so up in the fire.
And David eventually became an electrician, so he thought he was capable of doing this. And Jim later became an electrical engineer, so we had two electrical people figuring they do it. Jim being 17, and Dave was 19. My dad left the bakery that day. Kathy was out front working in the front. And Dave apparently got it fixed, and they decided to test it out and turn the fan on. As the fan was going, they said, well, let's see how much suction this thing has. So they tore up this piece of paper and put it up the pipes. For long, the fan jammed. And Dave, thinking, I'm not going to pull this thing apart again. We'll just burn it out. Dave grabs a match, lights on fire. And of course, this is a donut fryer, and the thing is lined with grease. Within seconds, we had a roaring fire going into the attic. Dave panics, runs to the sink, and Jim gets the ladder to go up the attic. And in their haste to look at the bucket he grabbed the bucket that was used for rinsing raisins and had holes in the bottom. So David grabbed that, filled it with water, and by the time he got to the attic with the thing, all the water was gone. This time, Kathy's out front waiting on customers. The bakery's filling up with smoke, so thick that she couldn't see the front window. In a panic, the neighbor came by, who was the manager of the Main Street Market, wanted to know what was going on because smoke was coming into his store. Kathy says, oh, they just burned something, don't worry about it, everything's under control. Everybody was saying, we need to call the fire department. No, don't call the fire department. So Jim, smart thinking Jim, grabbed the cover of the hole to the attic and put it over the pipe, smothering the flame. Is that right, Dave?
Exactly.
This is a crucial point because do you realize that Fox's Bakery was the home of 14 kids, and if that bakery would have burned down, and Dave said he would always want to go back and see the scorch marks on the rafters where the fire was, if that bakery would have burned down, the Fox family would have been doomed because it was the lifeblood of our family. We had depended on it. If it even shut down for a month for repairs or burned the whole block down, it would have been a disaster. Jim saved the family at that point. And we don't even think about it, but it was so close. And James was smart thinking, water wasn't going to do it. He smothered the flame and saved the family. Steve?